Mogis, God of Slaughter. Mogis represents unending war and merciless violence on Theros, demanding devotion through bloodshed rather than faith alone. Worship of Mogis is expressed through conflict, where survival and sacrifice are inseparable acts of reverence. Mogis applies consistent pressure without requiring combat or board development. His indestructibility and recurring upkeep trigger create inevitability, forcing opponents into disadvantageous decisions over the course of the game. A Mogis deck built around the Group Slug strategy focuses on draining all opponents through cumulative life loss and punishing effects. By combining global damage, sacrifice pressure, and resource denial, the deck steadily erodes opponents' ability to stabilize or recover. Combo ideas for Mogis decks. Combo number 1, Havoc Festival, plus Wound Reflection. Required conditions: 1. Havoc Festival is on your battlefield. 2. Wound Reflection is on your battlefield. Activating the combo: 1. At the beginning of opponent's upkeep, Havoc Festival triggers, causing him or her to lose half his or her life total, rounded up. 2. At the beginning of his or her end step, Wound Reflection triggers, causing that opponent to lose life equal to the life he or she lost this turn. 3. Repeat during each other opponent's turn. Combo result: each opponent loses the game. Combo number 2, Bloodchief Ascension, plus Mindcrank. Required conditions: 1. Bloodchief Ascension is on your battlefield. 2. Mindcrank is on your battlefield. 3. There are 3 or more quest counters on Bloodchief Ascension. 4. You have a way to make an opponent lose life. Activating the combo: 1. Cause 1 or more opponents to lose life. 2. Mindcrank triggers once for each life loss event, causing that player to mill cards equal to the amount of life lost. 3. Bloodchief Ascension triggers once for each card milled, causing that player to lose to life, and you gain to life for each trigger. 4. Repeat from step 2. Combo results: 1. Infinite mill. 2. Near infinite life gain. 3. Near infinite life loss. Combo number 3, Heartless Hidetsugu, plus Twinflame Tyrant. Required conditions: 1. Heartless Hidetsugu is on your battlefield. 2. Twinflame Tyrant is on your battlefield. 3. Heartless Hidetsugu does not have summoning sickness. Activating the combo: 1. Activate Heartless Hidetsugu by tapping it, dealing an amount of damage to each player equal to half their life total, rounded down. 2. Twinflame Tyrant's replacement ability activates, doubling the damage dealt to each opponent. Combo results: 1. Deal critical damage to each opponent. 2. Each opponent with an even life total loses the game. Combo number 4, Tree of Perdition, plus Brash Taunter, plus Blasphemous Act. Required conditions: 1. Tree of Perdition is on your battlefield. 2. Brash Taunter is on your battlefield. 3. Blasphemous Act is in your hand. 4. Tree of Perdition does not have summoning sickness. 5. You have enough mana to cast Blasphemous Act. Activating the combo: 1. Activate Tree of Perdition, then exchange target opponent's life total with Tree of Perdition's toughness. 2. Cast Blasphemous Act, dealing 13 damage to all creatures. 3. Brash Taunter triggers, dealing 13 damage to target opponent. Combo result: target opponent loses the game. Combo number 5, Maralen of the Mornsong, plus Stranglehold. Required conditions: 1. Maralen of the Mornsong is on your battlefield. 2. Stranglehold is on your battlefield. Activating the combo: 1. At the beginning of opponent's draw step, Maralen's replacement ability activates, preventing that player from drawing cards, loses 3 life, and attempts to search his or her library for a card. 2. Stranglehold's replacement ability activates, preventing that opponent to search his or her library. Combo results: 1. Players can't draw cards. 2. Opponents can't search libraries.
Hi Commander, if you are new here, welcome to our channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell icon to get notified every time we post a new video. Enjoy!
Non-game changer spells that are commonly found in Mogis decks. Sulfuric Vortex. Inevitable damage. Sulfuric Vortex mirrors Mogis' upkeep-based pressure, ensuring consistent life loss that accelerates the clock on all opponents simultaneously. Choice compression. While Mogis forces sacrifice or damage decisions, Sulfuric Vortex removes life gain as an escape, narrowing opponents' viable responses to ongoing attrition. Non-combat reach. Sulfuric Vortex applies pressure without relying on combat, allowing the deck to punish opponents even through stalled board states or mass removal. Manabarbs. Resource punishment. Manabarbs converts basic game actions into life loss, compounding Mogis' upkeep pressure and accelerating inevitability without requiring combat. Decision tax. Combined with Mogis' sacrifice or damage trigger, Manabarbs forces opponents to choose between advancing their game plan and preserving their life total. Turn cycle pressure. Because damage occurs on every land activation, Manabarbs ensures consistent attrition throughout the table, reinforcing the Group Slug strategy across all turns. Painful Quandary. Action punishment. Painful Quandary taxes opponents for simply playing spells, aligning with Mogis' philosophy of turning basic game actions into painful consequences. Choice overload. Together with Mogis' sacrifice or damage trigger, Painful Quandary overwhelms opponents with layered lose-lose decisions that steadily erode resources and life totals. Inevitable attrition. By pressuring both hands and life simultaneously, Painful Quandary reinforces the Group Slug plan of grinding the table down without relying on combat or board dominance. Spell Shock. Action punishment. Spell Shock turns spellcasting into guaranteed life loss, reinforcing Mogis' core plan of making every game action costly. Pressure stacking. Combined with Mogis' upkeep trigger, Spell Shock ensures damage accumulates both during turns and between them, accelerating the table's life total decline. Non-combat attrition. Because Spell Shock operates independently of combat, it strengthens the Group Slug strategy by maintaining pressure through board wipes and stalled battlefields. Spiteful Visions. Draw punishment. Spiteful Visions turns a normally beneficial action into guaranteed life loss, reinforcing Mogis' theme of suffering tied to routine game progression. Pressure amplification. The additional card draw speeds the game while compounding damage from Mogis' upkeep trigger, accelerating life total erosion across the table. Inevitable attrition. By dealing damage independent of combat and board state, Spiteful Visions strengthens the Group Slug plan of grinding opponents down through unavoidable, recurring effects. Underworld Dreams. Draw punishment. Underworld Dreams converts card draw into steady life loss, aligning with Mogis' philosophy of punishing fundamental game actions. Pressure layering. When combined with Mogis' upkeep trigger, opponents take damage during multiple phases of the turn cycle, accelerating unavoidable attrition. Inevitability engine. Because the effect requires no mana after resolution and ignores combat, Underworld Dreams reinforces the Group Slug plan of grinding the table down through passive and cumulative damage. Havoc Festival. Life compression. Havoc Festival drastically accelerates life total reduction, allowing Mogis' upkeep trigger to close games far more quickly. No recovery. By preventing life gain, Havoc Festival ensures Mogis' steady damage and sacrifice pressure cannot be undone by stabilization effects. Inevitable end. Havoc Festival applies unavoidable upkeep-based attrition, perfectly aligning with the Group Slug strategy's focus on inevitability over tempo or combat. Harsh Mentor. Action punishment. Harsh Mentor reinforces Mogis' core philosophy by dealing damage whenever opponents rely on activated abilities to progress their game plan. Decision pressure. Combined with Mogis' upkeep trigger, Harsh Mentor forces opponents to weigh life loss against necessary interactions, compounding lose-lose scenarios. Attrition support. By punishing non-combat actions without additional mana investment, Harsh Mentor strengthens the Group Slug strategy's focus on passive and cumulative damage. Dictate of the Twin Gods. Damage amplification. Dictate of the Twin Gods doubles Mogis' upkeep damage, dramatically accelerating life total reduction across the table. Punishment scaling. All Group Slug effects become significantly more lethal, ensuring that routine actions and upkeep triggers rapidly translate into decisive pressure. Closing power. With inevitability already established by Mogis, Dictate transforms incremental attrition into a swift endgame without reliance on combat. Ankh of Mishra. Resource punishment. Ankh of Mishra turns land drops into guaranteed life loss, reinforcing Mogis' strategy of punishing opponents for normal game progression. Early pressure. Because it affects all players from the early game onward, Ankh of Mishra accelerates life total erosion before Mogis' upkeep triggers fully dominate. Inevitable attrition. In combination with Mogis, opponents take damage for both developing their mana and surviving upkeep cycles, perfectly supporting the Group Slug plan of unavoidable and cumulative pressure. Post your commander on the comments section below, and we will create a video like this for you. Thank you for watching.